The U.S. election, I can't wait till November 9th so we can wake up and say, hey, it's over now, although I sure want the right person to win. Who do you think that would be? I'm talking right versus left. Hey, let's talk a little bit about Donald and Hillary. You know, the polls are interesting. A poll in a newspaper just the other day said that Trump is ahead by 1 point. It's a very narrow lead. I then picked up another newspaper which was a little more left than that one, and it said Clinton is behind by 1 point. She's had an astounding surge this week, and she will soon be far ahead. Do you think they're trying to influence anybody there? I got to tell you, polls are for dogs, and newspapers are for cats in their litter box. That's what I would say. Donald and Hillary recently went into a bakery. Lighten up. Hey, I got a story for you. They were on the campaign trail. As soon as they went inside the bakery, Hillary, she walked over to the pastry shelf and she took 3 pastries and she put them into her pocket. Crooked Hillary, maybe. And see how clever I am, she said to Donald. The owner didn't see anything and I didn't even need to lie. I definitely will win the election because I'm shrewder and sharper than you are. But Donald, he looked at Hillary and said, you know what, that's typical dishonesty that you show all of the time. You have displayed it, as a matter of fact, throughout your entire life, trickery and deceit. I'm going to show you an honest way to get the same result, of course, which would be 3 pastries. Donald goes to the owner of the bakery and he says, hey, why don't you give me a pastry and I will show you a magic trick. So he did. He handed it over to the Donald. The Donald ate it, swallowed it in one little. The owner gives him another one because he asked for it, of course. Same thing. He swallowed that. Then Donald asks for a 3rd pastry and he eats that as well. The owner, you know, he's starting to wonder what's really going on here. And he says, hey, what did you do with those pastries? And Donald looked at him and he said, you know what? They're in Hillary's pocket. Oh boy, who would you like to run the country? Somebody smart or somebody not so smart? Hey, you know, governments, they're tricky all by themselves, aren't they? They're always trying to protect us from ourselves. And that would be the liberalism of the world, liberalism, stupidism, but I repeat myself, hey, some governments now, they are outlawing or want to outlaw, and some of them actually have flavored smoking material in cigarettes. So often these are the same governments that say, but you can smoke pot if you want, but you can't smoke cigarettes. But in particular, can't have anything that has a flavor to it, you know, like candy. Why don't you really reach out there and get rid of candy? What about all the fat people? And those people are a drain on the health food on the healthcare system too, not health food, eh? And what about that? I mean, candy can create fat folks who in turn max the health system, as I said, much like tobacco. Kind of the same thing what they're trying to get at. Wine too comes to mind. Let's create a sober society maybe. Where does it start? Where does it end? Let us be ourselves. Kind of get out of my life. If I'm not hurting anybody else, leave me alone and I can maybe hurt myself. That would be my choice. Money, redistribution of wealth, immigration, redistribution of people. That's what liberals do, right? They're always trying to kind of redistribute things. You know, I'm okay with money and people movement, but it needs to be free movement. You have to have free movement on just like a free marketplace. And liberals, they do legislative movement based on ideals and strategy, I guess, that they have, if that's what you want to call it, and they spend other people's money all of the time. And they're always trying to tell us where to live and what to do. Let's pick this group of people up and put them over there. And if you don't like it, you're a racist, you're a bigot. When in fact, we really don't mind. We don't really care. Nobody minds. As long as they do it on their own nickel and their own time. And liberalism kind of makes me wild. So who do you hope is going to win the election? It's got to be somebody from the right. And I got to tell you, it ain't Hillary. Y'all come back tomorrow. We're going to have more for you from the right. See ya.